You like being the heel. You like it, and it's cool. I'm not even mad. But you get off on being the heel.
There's people that like me though. So it's the rule of 10.
Very true. My bad. Flip got his hand up. Flip. You got something to say?
I just want to know, E, are you done having a? I don't know. Are you done? Because I definitely have something to say to you. So I don't know if you're done. I don't know how long this is going to go on for, but I want to say something. I've been quiet listening, and I just want to know. I don't want to interrupt anybody or step on anybody's toes.
Go on, talk.
No, because that wouldn't be fair. What I'm saying is that I want to know if all the points that is being made from you is done.
Yeah, I'm done.
So I can.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, is everybody else done?
Danny, you got something else you want to add on? Anybody else?
Actually, Flip, I had a direct question for you. Actually,
for who?
For Flip.
Okay, Flip, you want to take this question before you go in? Danny, you got something else you want to say?
Yeah, man, stop stalking people. It's 2024. We're about to hit 2025, man. Let's live honest lives. Let's be good with each other. Take care of ourselves. We all bleed red, baby.
Okay, that was Danny's. Flip, you want to go ahead?
I don't. Now, let me see what street am I on? Because I'm in Brooklyn. E, bleed red means what? Is that a threat towards me and my family? I don't understand. What does that mean when somebody said we all bleed red? Did you say? I don't understand that.
Did I say that?
No. I'm just saying, JR, what street is this? Okay, oh shit. Bleed. I don't understand the bleed red part. I didn't understand that. But I know that. Yeah, I know back in the days. Those things.
When niggas all say we all bleed the same.
Yeah,
we all human. We all human.
Yeah.
We all human.
Yeah. So
it just means that we all the same. We all human.
Oh, okay.
Better than the next one.
Oh, okay.
We all are equal.
Flip, you gotta.
I got it. I got it.
Go hit the library.
I got it. So here's the thing, E. And shout out to the homies up here. Here's the thing. The truth is that anytime that I, made content and I spoke on things I wasn't supposed to speak about or spoke on things out of turn, I had to deal with the consequences. That comes with the game. That comes with, sometimes it's media, reckless media, and improper media. You know what I mean? And I had to deal with it, man. A lot of times I was dealing with jail niggas. I mean, Alpo came to my studio before for King Erna. I mean, King Erna went down and met Alpo, tried to meet Alpo by the what's the fuck is it? Apollo Theater. Like, these things happen with real life killers that I was a part of. The blood niggas and me and CK got into it in the hallway where he wanted me to erase the footage. I told him no. Like, I had to deal with these consequences.
You talking about the Corey King shit?
Yeah, Corey King. I'm just going through my mind. Me and what's the nigga named Mecca Audio. When he first came to my studio, he came with yo nigga. Like, I see what you do to all these niggas. I'm not one of them niggas. When I threw something on Amy, that was orchestrated. But when I did something else, niggas came up to the studio in Brooklyn, Sunset Park over there. When I was at Preach Studio, like these things I dealt with in real life for my commentary. So I extend the same type of grace. It's not grace. I extend the same type of principle to people. Basically, is that and at the same time, in my mind, I was willing to respond. However, I was willing to respond. I dealt with it. I got into fights. I got into attacks. I got into scuffles. It happens. These things happen. So you have to be mindful of what you say. A lot of times we like to blur the line, and the line blur becomes when it's like, yo, I'm only commenting on this man's weak performance. So if you comment on if we blur the line and say I'm commenting on his weak performance, but I'm gonna say something funny about him and his family, personal, and if I react to that, then it's like, oh, he's mad that I'm just commenting on his performance. So what I'm saying is that all people got to do, everybody should be able to do the media how they want to do it, but that shit comes with consequences. I dealt with the consequences. Nobody is above reproach. Everybody deal with consequences. It happens. It happens. Them stories online from them blood niggas, they'll tell you I had all them 5, 6, 7 of them. CK, Wildcat, Killer Kev. Killer Kev had to get in the middle of it. Wildcat, like me and Wildcat went at it. These are in 3D. These are all in real life. I remember Mike Ruger, Space Ghost wanted me to interview Mike Ruger, and I didn't. I said, yo, the nigga copied my videos. I don't want to sit with this nigga. They talked me into sitting with this nigga. Mike Ruger came to my studio. He came with his man. Why is this nigga bringing somebody to my studio? long story short, I start to talk before the shit start. I told his man, come outside. We go face to face. Me and his man get into it, a fight. Space goes in there. That's what Space goes is like, yo, man, you going too far. That led up to him leaving. But these type of things he didn't want to be a part of. What I'm saying is that, not saying it's right, but the way you speak, how you speak, and who you addressing comes with consequences. This is hip hop. It happens. Hip hop is not going to change overnight, or we're not going to change overnight. I've been in this media for a long time, and I've dealt with the ups and downs, and I'm still willing to deal with the consequences, whether it's me, whether it's my ego, whether it's my pride. I'm just still willing to deal with whatever come with it. Like, if a nigga talk about my family and I'm willing to punch him in his face and I'm gonna get sued, I'm willing to deal with it. If a nigga, I'm willing to deal with all consequences that come with it, because I'm just a man that believes in what I believe in, right, wrong, or indifferent, and nobody's gonna change that. And I feel like nobody should change anyone for how they do media. I think that we just in a world that every action has a reaction, and we live by it. That's just how I look at it. E.
Flip, are you able to just piece it up with Danny? Like, y'all not able to just piece it up?
There we have it.
It got quiet as
I
well.
hear that, but yeah, I mean, there's no peace to be made. We don't know each other. Like, this is like, I talk about his content, and I'm still going to keep the same thing, because, I mean, that analogy doesn't make sense. You were talking about really sensitive things. I'm talking about y'all on a podcast. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't even talk about gang stuff or
no.
You were running down on people, pushing them against walls. Of course, you're gonna get into more conflict. Like,
well, no, I think his main content of what he was trying to get across was the fact that being in the media business, it's gonna always be somebody that don't like what you say, don't like what they didn't heard, don't like the content you putting out. But as media people, you got to know that that's what you're going to be up against regardless. There's always going to be somebody that don't like what you're saying. Somebody don't like what you're posting, your content. They don't like the topics that you're talking about. But at the end of the day, you got to be in the back of your head. You got to be mindful. Like, my shit ain't for everybody.
You OG Stacks, I'm sorry. OG Stacks, where you from, homie?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
All right, listen. And well put. Well put. All right, look, there's somebody in here that I'm looking at because I'm driving. The geeked up niggas, right? Now, I'm not trying to attack them physically, right? But I said that the guy who's not black, I'm going to disrespect him and his ancestors because I didn't like the way he spoke about me. That's media. That's a route that I try. But I'm not going to attack him. I'm not going to say, yo, when I see him, no, you said something I didn't like and you're not black. Don't talk about me like that. I don't like the way you addressing me. That's the angle that I chose to stand on. It's just a choice that you make, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. People, whether right, wrong, or indifferent, geek, people have a right to address things the way they want to address things. Like, you got to see what I'm saying. For somebody to talk and play around and be cowardly in person, it's strange. So then now it's just okay. That's just, you just want attention. Like we talking about like when they see these individuals, like it's so funny. You would laugh at it, the nervousness and the cautiousness that is presented. It's like, so why? So then, like, why go down that route? Because in their mind, it's like, yo, I can say what I want to say. I may have a lawsuit at hand. Man, listen. At the end of the day, man, I stand on 100%. And I want everybody to record me, please. I want you guys to record me. If Trevor Robinson Jr. family is played around with, talked about, I will pull the trigger. When I mean, that's
man.
Nobody's
talking about your family. Nobody's talking about your family.
You talking, E?
That shit up.
Yo. Hold on. That's a double.
He's saying lies about.
Can you, Danny? I know what you keep saying in response to him.
Yo, E, my fault. There was some static. Listen, if anybody play around, like what I'm saying is that I have no reason, E, to respond in the way I want to respond.
Uh-huh.
I have no reason, because if I respond in the way I want to respond, it just look like I'm mad that somebody's critiquing my performance, whether it's lackluster,
and stop stalking people,
whether it's
cameras like a weirdo.
where's anything that happens. So what happens is that I just want somebody to just even I'm gonna keep it real. I'm even looking for something to be said about me personally. That's how that's how I want it to be. Like the little comments of, "Oh, you stupid" and stuff like that. That's nothing. Because when you watch them, we watch it nervous. Imagine.
Keep watching. You've been watching me in the last 2 years. Keep watching.
Imagine walking. Imagine having to walk outside and you're not able to walk comfortably in the city because you're afraid of what you said.
I'm fine.
You understand what I'm saying, Right now, I can show you right now, Imani. Right now, if something is said about me right now, JR's in the car, I can show you right now. I will stay on here and I can show you how powerful I am in society. I'm willing to put I can show you right now. Whether it's me standing in front of somewhere taking pictures, whether it's me looking for I can stand on it. I'm in Brooklyn right now. I can show you. That's how much I'm willing to stand. That's how much I'm willing to stand on my content or stand on who I am as a man. I can show you right now.
Standing on content. You said it right there. Standing on content.
Listen.
All the nigga got to do is let his nuts hang. Yo, nigga, fuck you, your fam, nigga. Right now, nigga, we stay on here. You can run this shit, and I promise.
So Flip, listen.
Listen.
This platforming.
No, listen. I do agree with it, but what I'm trying to tell you is that because we're being rude here, right? I'm saying my feelings. I haven't interrupted anyone.
Listen, Flip. Listen to me for 1 second. Hold on.
Listen to me.
Listen to me for 1 second, please. Everybody, listen. Hold on.
You got on your region?
Listen for me for 1 second, right? So this is the one thing that I want to make clear. I hear exactly what you're saying, Flip. You know I'm against it because I just don't think we need to move in that fashion, period, just to prove a point. But I understand why you're saying it. Danny, you can't say when a nigga say, yo, you be saying a nigga stupid, this and that, and I say, no, I've never said that, and then say, what did you get on your Regents? Or, oh, that 10th grade Mary Birchum.
I think that's the question we need to ask.
Condescending, and that's you trying to be
It's
funny.
okay, but
it's like, come on,
why we,
like, let's just own up to the shit we doing. Like,
yo, I'm talking to you directly, my brother, and I love you. I love you. I'm telling you right now, right this minute, my studio is in Brooklyn. Right this minute, I am.
Oh, that's what you told me improper. That's what you said.
I am driving. I'm driving around right now. Right now, what I'm saying is that when you don't like somebody, or you have a problem with somebody, whether it's right or wrong, you make sure you know how they move, where they move, when they move. Right? I'm telling you right now that if something is said out of line that I deem out of line, I will derail what I'm supposed to do because I'm supposed to go to the studio right now and do a couple of things. I would derail what I'm doing.
You gotta get improv hard again, man.
I would derail what I'm doing, and I will show every single person in here that God Himself can't stop a foot from going to somebody's ass.
And I think Flip, I think that's very clear, and I believe every word of what you're saying. And I also think Danny is making it very clear that he is not going to play in that type of way with you. He just wants to pretend.
Well, then, I'm talking. I don't hear anything but disrespect. I'm talking to my man. I'm enjoying the conversation. I see a lot of people up here. It's a beautiful thing. What I'm saying is that we got to just keep it content. We are all content. We all content creators, man.
So shout out to Geeked Up. Man. He woke it up.
We are all content creators, and that's it. That's it.
Ask God to help you with improper improv. That's the most important thing, right?
Okay. Well, listen. I want to. I mean, I can't be fair because it's very obvious that I'm biased, but I want to at least allow Danny to, and anybody else that might feel indifferent to whatever Flip is saying, because Flip is a grown man and he can handle niggas how he want to handle niggas as far as conversation. So if anybody else got something they want to add and say, you can say it.
Shit, I got something. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah. What's good, Certified?
Chilling. What's good, everybody? I think personally, I ain't gonna really speak on their situation because I don't know none of them personally. I don't know what the fuck they got going on. Talking about Danny and Flip, if they got anything going on. But I think in generalization, because people of y'all caliber, Imani, Flip, and whoever else we deem to be celebrities that we're fans of, that brings us here, are so close and available, people don't know how to not cross that boundary. When you look at Flip, yeah, he a wild persona to the media because that's his gig. That's what he been doing. And like he been explaining and everybody else been saying, shit, he know what comes with that. So what comes with that, he's willing to accept. But if you ain't, don't even teeter-totter or play on the fence in general. for people because people really live like real life off the phone. Excuse me. So I just think all this shit, it just becomes grown men bitching and moaning, arguing about nothing. If it ain't really about no money, fuck it. Make fun, have fun, but you gotta have boundaries, period. Just respect another human. Even hearing you talk sometimes, Danny, this ain't got nothing to do with what y'all saying. It's just how you come off sometimes. Like, nah, you purposely say certain things knowing it's gonna get a reaction. So for you, I'm thinking and I'm assuming.
I ain't saying shit, man. These people are
right, bro, you
sick,
cutting me
threatening
off,
me and shit.
bro.
I should be able to get my
And
shit
that's
off.
fine, bro. But right now, it's my turn to get my shit off. So even that's disrespectful.
No, but you saying things that ain't
no,
true.
I said for me, how I feel, what I've been seeing. How you gonna tell me that's not true?
Because your perspective is jaded. It's not
how
true.
You're gonna tell me my perspective?
Because you're evaluating
From
me
what
from your
I'm
standpoint,
seeing.
but not
But wouldn't that make it his
what this guy's
perspective?
doing.
Exactly.
Nah,
So how
because
are
you
on
can't
my
say this
perspective?
perspective, but doesn't acknowledge all.
Somebody that's not black almost said the N word. Are we getting racist here?
Who said that?
Yeah, you almost slipped up and said
somebody
it. You almost slipped up and said it. I caught it.
Who that? Who almost said
Somebody,
niggas?
I said this dude because I was gonna say
somebody almost said niggas.
Yeah, but
somebody
see,
that's
you
not
feel
black
offended.
almost said that.
Nah, I never almost said that. You lied.
Yo, Imani,
I said these dudes, but then I had to change it to this dude.
Yo, E, give me the word.
Yeah.
E, give me the word.
Flip, stop throwing money in people's faces. I changed it to this dude.
There's somebody not black just almost said the word nigga.
See, this is why I can tell you failed your region. Because you can't comprehend.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Because y'all think it's stupid, but let me certified. Thank you, man, for coming up and saying what you said, giving your perspective. Danny, I want to give you the opportunity to respond to certified.
Nah, shout out to certified. I just think when you do an analogy type thing and it's not even. I'm sorry, I gotta step in. But shout out to Flip. I think just hit the library, man. That's all. Because sometimes you don't understand things and you intentionally misinterpret things.
Hey, yo, E.
That's the point I'm making.
Yo, E.
But that goes back to what certified just said, though.
That's the point I'm making.
That goes back to what certified just said. Because certified just said you say things to get a reaction. You say things to belittle somebody.
I think it's like Meek Mill.
But you belittling somebody and you expecting them to respect
OG Stats, can I hear? OG Stats, can I hear you? Can you hear me real quick?
I got you. Go ahead, gang.
Listen, I just want to say this to you and E. Now.
Oh, now you're talking to me.
Yo, you and Imani and OG Stacks. Let me ask you guys a question.
Oh, no.
I want to ask you a question. So I heard if somebody is intentionally misinterpreting something, does that mean that they're stupid or that means that they're doing it on purpose?
If it's intentional, that means that's something that you're doing on purpose.
So that means that you're aware that you can address it in a certain way, but you choose to address it another way. Does it have anything to do with intellect?
No.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure I speak to some people I didn't graduate from high school. So I just want to make sure I speak to some people that understand.
That would be the way someone try to hide the fact that they don't know what they're talking about, though.
I'm trying to just get an understanding. Because if somebody say, yo, you got to go and you are dumb, you got to go read a book, go to the library. Brooklyn Library is right there. Go to it. And then they say you're intentionally misinterpreting things. That's an oxymoron to me.
Because you're contradicting what you're saying.
Let me mute up.
Yo, hold on. So real quick, we got Don just came up. Furious just came up. I don't know if y'all want to add anything.
I just wanted to say I feel like we're moving past this, and then he keeps antagonizing Flip with that comment.
How am I antagonizing? He's talking about stalking me and shit.
You almost get out of it, and then you start saying something like that. Like, chill out, bro.
Nah,
you're not getting the gravity of the situation right now, bro. Like, chill out.
The gravity of the situation. That's a good one.
That's crazy.
Are you disrespecting science?
I'm gonna do something real quick, right? So
I just feel like he got a vendetta against him. It ain't going nowhere.
Hold on, I'm gonna do this, right? Because I don't want to make this a drawn out thing. I'm gonna let Furious go on. Don, unless Don, you was finished, and then Furious can go ahead.
I'm done. I just wanted to get that off.
All right, salute, bro.
Yeah, I don't got too much to add to this situation just because I think, Danny and Flip got their own kind of personal shit going on. And I don't think it's ever going to end. But I think when it does come to content, I mean, you got to take it with a grain of salt. If niggas not really touching you or physically harming you, then it is what it is, kind of water off a duck's back. Because it's like, people say a lot of different things in different scenarios. And yeah, you could pull up on them and beat their ass, but how many times can you really do that? If you do that once, okay, you get it off. Now they continue. What's your next motive to get them to stop? So I think the biggest thing is really what y'all doing is ignoring it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think Danny be saying nothing that crazy compared to other creators who I've seen call people meat riders, dick eaters, glazers, all types of crazy stuff. So I think it is what it is, though. I don't think it's nothing too crazy.
They were willing to
Furious,
die.
can
So
I
it's
can I ask
different.
you can I ask you a question? Well, because me and you have had maybe like really small little spats, and I might have had moments, well, not might have, I've had moments where I've threatened and said shit with you, right? Um, is there a way where at certain points you're just expecting people to keep a certain level of energy or just to either ignore you so that you don't even have to have the back and forth? Like, isn't like if the resolve is to tell someone, yo, just stop getting emotional or stop approaching something in a certain manner, then why can't the same be said for the telling the person, yo, just stop talking about this person? Like, why can't both be?
He's on the pod. If he wasn't on the Joe Budden pod, I never
Hold on,
talk about
Danny.
Flip.
And then you can respond to what I'm saying, but I'm asking Furious, do you think that it's possible this, like exactly how you're telling Flip what you're saying? Is there a world where you can share the same sentiments with Danny as far as like, yo, why do you keep antagonizing someone? But you just,
Yeah,
or
I think,
you don't see it as
yeah,
antagonizing.
no, I mean, it is to a degree. Like when you on camera, when you creating content, you got to step outside yourself to create content. You got to be entertaining. So however Danny want to do that, that's on him. But in regards to, whatever I said about you and how you responded, at the end of the day, if I'm a creator and you tell me, hey, never speak about my shoes, you're pinpointing me to speak about your shoes even more. That's just the internet. So if you come on the internet not actually understanding the nature of the internet and how it actually works, and that's not everybody, but most people do take the blueprint of, hey, I'm gonna troll my way into subs. I'm gonna troll my way into eyes. I'm gonna troll my way into marketing. That's just naturally how it works. And y'all do it on the JPP. Y'all say things sometimes that are a little bit dramatized to get y'all points across, so that way it can go viral. So yes,
my bad.
I understand what you're saying.
And I don't want to cut you up, but I agree with what you're saying, and I think Flip and everyone else would agree with you in that statement. The point that we making, and whenever we do that, we have the understanding that at that point, whatever comes with it is going to come with it, and we're not cowering from it. It's like, and to be very honest with you, I think anytime that I've ever said something, and I'm just speaking for me, anytime I've said something that might have been taken as you, I'm just trying to really shit on a person. If there's anybody on there outside of Joe who's had to come back and apologize, I've been the apology tour nigga before. So I think there's moments where, yeah, I might get caught up in my feelings about something, and I'll take the second to step back and be like, you know what, I was bugging. Boom, boom, boom. Let me just chill. So, but if let's just say I said something about OVO, whatever, and I'm now outside in the club and it's a few of them niggas out there, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call my niggas and we're going to have an issue. If you're not prepared to live in,
Oh
wait,
no,
hold
you
on,
gotta stand on it by yourself. You gotta fight
Dan,
battles
hold
by
on.
yourself.
Well, that's not being said for the person, because if I make a comment about Drake, y'all not saying what Drake got to stand on it by himself. You saying
But you
OVO?
said that
Hold on,
you gotta
hold
be
on,
one
hold on,
on
Dan.
one.
You're not
That's what you
giving
said.
a fair example. I literally just said, if I'm talking about a person and that person has an issue with me, and then his crew decide to want to do something to me, not him, his crew, I am now going to respond in the same manner. That's fair. I think that's fair. I'm prepared to handle things in that manner. If I say something about you, Danny, that you don't respect, and you say, yo, E, don't say shit about me, and I don't give a fuck about it, and I don't think I'm doing nothing wrong, and you see me in the street and decide to swing on me, I gotta respect that, and I gotta handle it and get on my biz. That's all niggas is saying. I don't see what's the
G
disconnect.
shit.
G shit. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we gotta go in circles. I do know Flip has said some very mean things about me. He's called me a spick. He said a word that rhymed with maggot. I don't think I'm getting an apology. That's made me sad. at time. I can't even sleep sometimes when I'm eating my cereal bowl
See
at
what I'm
night.
saying?
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
I'm
You
just
see what I'm
saying
saying?
it's hard. But this is true. This is true, Manny. This is what's
Oh my
happened.
God.
This is what's happened. And Levita could put her hands down. That's
Danny,
fine. I
Danny,
understand. She's
you're
a
good.
pod writer,
You're good at
but
being condescending. You're good at being funny about things. Like we
we
get it.
all have our tools,
I know. And cool. And continue to use your
and it's
tools.
worked on all
No,
of y'all.
it's
I have a question.
yeah.
Imani, do you think that even let's say
All the
Danny
ones who
did
don't take it too
apologize,
serious,
do you
it's
think
worked.
that
Because there's some people
his
that I talk
apology
about
would
that are fine with
Wait,
it.
stop.
resolve anything?
Yeah, go ahead. Because I want you to say what you're saying, Furious, and then I want to be able to address what Danny said.
Well, no,
A
I
big
was
slick.
saying if Danny did apologize, do you
Slick.
think that it would actually resolve
I'm
anything,
sorry.
Imani?
No,
I
no,
know
no. I
Flip
don't.
just left.
No one's asking for an apology. Like, no matter, like, even in me saying to
So there
Danny,
is no
yo,
corrective action. It's just like
yeah,
it's up there and that's what it is.
no, because I think,
I think y'all want me to change. I can't hear Slick.
I think the resolve at this point is understanding we are in the spaces we're in. I had to take the time to understand the space that Danny's in. For one, I watched his content before even interacting with him, so I understood it. Now you're affected differently when you now become the subject and the topic of it, and that's just a human reaction. I'm being vulnerable and just saying, yo, yeah, when certain things are said a certain way, it does affect me. I had to readjust on how I go about entertaining that. I don't really pay attention to it anymore. And if I do decide to have a conversation with him, I'm not going to be emotionally invested at this point. I've already understood him to the T at this point, which is why there's no emotion attached to this conversation. It's not going to be no screaming. I don't have the need to insult him even when he's trying to be funny. It is what it is. The same with you. Like, me and you had interaction and it wasn't the best of interaction at this point. I don't feel the need to have to do that with you because it doesn't service anything. We should be able to find a way to get on here, disagree. If we want to be funny, we can be funny. But if I choose that, if I decide that you are no longer beneficial in conversation or even having conversation with, I'll just choose to just not talk to you no more.
I think you're
That's
referring to
just it.
Furious. I know you're talking about Furious, but just for clarity, you're referring to your interaction with Furious, not with me.
Yeah, I'm talking to Fury, and even in my interactions with Danny before, my interactions I had with Raqi before, like anybody that I've ever had an interaction with that could have been confused for being emotional, disrespectful, or anything, I've either came back and apologized or I've just left it be, and we've moved along peaceful. That's it. And I also don't want to tell you how to do content. Like, Danny still speaks how he speaks.
You kind of are.
Excuse me?
I have a question.
You kind of
Emanik,
are.
I have a question for you. Are you have real life connections with Flip, right?
Yeah.
So if you are real life connected and Flip has drawn a line in the sand for how he wants to handle something, why are you continuing to antagonize a situation that he's already said he's going to handle or feel a certain way about by trying to be a peacemaker?
I'm not trying to be a peacemaker.
Or you know that somebody is going to continue to throw jabs at him. That is their thing, right? And we're having and they're having a dialogue that is either between them or whatever, but then we platform a conversation to continue to push somebody in a conversation. You get what I'm saying?
Wait,
so, and I'm just saying.
Hold on, Janae.
Well, I thought I was talking to Imani, right?
Hold on, Janae. That's not how this started. So I understand that coming in to the conversation at whatever point looks like that, but I also said, yo, I'm not going to have this conversation happen unless Flip wants to come up and address anything that was said prior to him leaving. I mean, post him leaving.
Right, so but I think you're missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying platform like that because I know those on this stage like to get hung up on words because like they like to run back and do what they do. What I'm saying is if there's a moment where you see it's not going anywhere and Flip is who he is and he has said what he said, and to continue to, well, what does this person have to say? And then there's just like an agreement on both sides. I think the continuing of pushing, well, we all should be able to do what I do. That's not everybody. The way that Flip wants to handle it may not be how he handles the social media stuff. I'm just saying.
Well, Jonah, you're right. But see, this is the part where people have to take ownership of themselves. Each person that's now attached to the conversation has the option to leave the room. So the room was never started based around them. And so for me, I'm not going to end a space or cut off a conversation because it's not really servicing what people might deem to be the better good. Like Flip, first off, Flip ain't never gonna be motivated to do nothing he don't want to do. So I can't convince him to sit here and have a conversation. And I believe the same with Danny. So if they both decided that they didn't want to be a part of this conversation, and let's just be serious, the conversation is content. So, and I think any conversation.
So you're doing it for content.
I got on a space for
It
content.
gets the people going.
Got it. Okay. So as long as we know we're not trying to get to resolve and we're trying to get to content, then I think I understand.
But there can be resolve in the content, Jonah.
She's spinning you, bro. You getting
no,
spun.
I know. I get what's going on.
I think you've always tried to toe that.
I think when people aren't getting what they want out of something. Yeah, like everyone does stuff up here for content and has had some level of messiness within their content. So I don't want to make it seem like for the most part, this content today was positive. So
the content today was positive, but I could have sworn you said let's get to the mess. Wasn't that the name of the no?
No, I see that's what you missed. I started.
What happened? I thought it was
no. The name of the room was Let's Talk Drama. And if anybody who was in there when I first started, hold on. If anybody who was in when I first started it,
anyway, I can't hear nobody. I gotta be out
to it.
Thank you, everybody. Salute.
Yeah.
Rock with the stop.
Salute.
Peace.
When I first started the space, I said, yo, we were having a conversation about Jordan and Neely, and it was 30-something people in here. And I said, yo, you know what? Let's just do a real quick social experiment. We're having this conversation. I'm going to change the name of the room to Let's Talk Drama, and let's just see where it goes from there. And instantly, once I did that, people came to the room. So no, that wasn't the basis of the room.
Yo, E, can I say something E, real quick, please, to you, brother?
Yeah, go ahead.
So when I was we also figured out that there may be a cry for attention, and I tell you why. Because I was just going through my notes. You know, they shout out to Ish plug. Well, I'm not blaming Ish plug. But I was going through my notes, and there was a smear campaign saying that how bad I did while I was the A mic, right? And yo, nigga, the bad people were complaining, and then when we put the votes together and the numbers together, it's about 70-30, 70 and positive. Like, yo, Flip did his thing. So once we realized that people are willing to comment or use their platforms to comment something negative because they're not getting the attention that they want, they're not getting the acknowledgement, it becomes null and void. So all I have to do now is just wait for something disrespectful to happen. And as long as it doesn't happen, man, people get to do whatever they do. I get to do what I do, and we get to move on, man. It's not really that big of a deal. I do make it a big deal because I guess it's unfair for me to do so because of the experience that I've experienced while doing content, because of the issues that I've been involved in or participated in based off my simple comments. I mean, I remember I commented on the guy that I thought he used his daughter in Chicago as a shield when the car got shot up at McDonald's, and I got threatened. Not only that some nigga from Chicago that know him, I had a face-to-face issue with him back and forth in the city of Manhattan. This is a blog I did a while ago. If you go to my page and say put Chicago QueenzFlip, his people came like, you say he used his daughter as a shield user. What's up? Like, and people got involved. Like, these things happen when you do content. And I felt like, yo, my nigga, your daughter got killed. They was looking for you. That was reckless. I said what I said, and them niggas came at me when they were out here. It happens. So we acting like we're trying to change even though we're supposed to change and grow with it, we can't change what's been going on in hip hop or this type of culture or this culture for years. Every action has a reaction. You say something, it happens. The biggest celebrities to the smallest ones, it happens. Should somebody be allowed to say how they feel? Yes. Should somebody be allowed to critique your work? Yo, I think that you're doing bad. I think that this is the podcast that I love, and your iteration to this podcast is not good. I think that you're more, that's their right. But with me, it's like, I don't like you, I don't fuck with you. And these, the powers that may be or the people that's in charge keep bringing your name up. I'm looking for you to say something that's against my morals and principles, and I'm going to see you. That's up to you as a man to say, you know what, I do what I want to do, and I take whatever come with that. Period. It happens to me. It happens to everyone else. And I'm not, like, people be thinking that when we say these things that, yo, we're big and bad. No, we're not big and bad. This shit happens to us. It happens. Joe is an example with the Migos shit, like the Cardi shit. Like, we all go through things where we say things where people feel away. That's it. That's the media game that we're in. Should there be peace? Of course there should be peace. Should niggas just let it brush off their shoulders? Of course they should. Let that shit brush off your shoulders. My nigga's not that serious. I have to say, it's the poison that you choose to swallow. You pick your poison. So I just wanted to say that right there. You know what I mean? Because then now, when you start to, it goes from critique to personal, right? Like, it's emotional. So if somebody say, yo, all the fans were saying Flip did bad as an A mic, then we look at the views, and you see Melissa Ford coming out saying this. You got the people behind the scenes, yo, nigga, you did good. And like, that means, okay, you speaking from because you don't like Flip. And rightfully so. I wouldn't like a nigga that's keep threatening me. I don't take that personal. I wouldn't like a nigga that's threatening or having niggas watch me if I'm going inside these restaurants and niggas is looking at me and making me feel nervous. I got to reach in my pocket for pepper spray. I would be mad too. I use whatever platform and power that I can use to take them down. I don't think a nigga wrong. I'm just saying, yo, as long as my family's not mentioned, my son's not mentioned, we good. And I stand on that, and that's it. I don't want to have conversations. I don't want to be cool. I don't want niggas on the show. I don't want to talk to anybody. That's just not my thing. That's not what I want to do. I'm not interested in making amends. I'm not interested, because in order to make amends, you have to leave the door open. You got to at least crack the door to make amends, right? You got to crack the door. Like, hey, yo, I ain't like what Flip did before, but this is how I feel. This is what I see. You got to crack the door. So if you keep playing, I'm going to play. I'm going to show you that you're not willing to play the game I'm willing to play. In order to make amends, I'm almost done. In order to make amends, you have to crack the door. While all you guys are in here saying, yo, be mature, and I respect that, and I appreciate that, right? And I understand that. But at the same time, this is the game that we're in. This is what comes with the territory. And it's either you built Ford tough, shout out to Melissa Ford, or you on that city bike shit. But those are kind of strong too.
Yo, real quick, because I want Jay Wan just came up. Nick Nack had her hand up. Yo, Nick Nack, I want you to go, but
my fault. Shout out to Jay Wan.
Yo, Jonay, that was nasty too. That you left from the speakers. I'm gonna get your ass later. That was nasty, but I'm gonna get you. Nick Nack, go ahead, and then Jay Wan.
Hey, to the stage. I just wanted to say, Flip is one of your biggest critics and also a fan. I say, I usually don't like when you A Mike, but I love this last time. I love when you A Mike. There was a really good thing. I hate to hear you arguing with Buddy. You getting a bag over there. You getting your money. You doing all the things that you doing. You growing in the business. I don't think it's worth it to crash out over him. I think you got your family looking at you. Your wife love the shop. Keep doing that. And then if you have to crash out, if you have to do it, make it content. I think I heard E allude to boxing, or y'all doing some kind of boxing stuff. Fight them in the ring. Get in the ring with them. How much would it cost for y'all to get in the ring and make it content?
See, when I suggested that, niggas thought I was joking. I thought that was funny.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I don't think that's something that anyone is. First of all, let me address. Thank you for your comments and thank you for your compliment. I appreciate it. I mean, it's the fourth quarter. Backs against the wall, and we got to work and carry our weight. Joe's been holding this shit on his back, even during lackluster performances. And while we may not agree sometimes, he still paved the way and show us how to carry a show. I find myself implementing some of his practices into my own show. So I appreciate you acknowledging that. I want to shout out everybody on the podcast that allowed that to happen, and that because it was a team. It's one team, one dream. Everybody was happy. Everybody was participating. So it's just not only me. But I appreciate that you acknowledging that, and salute to you. As far as boxing, I'm not really interested to box anybody. And I'm not even really interested into fighting anybody. If I do something and make some content out of it, I'm gonna do it, when I'm ready to do it. I just love watching people squirm and tote the line. I think it's amazing. I think that for me to have that much power to watch a nigga be mindful. Oh, I'm gonna say this, but I'm not gonna say that. Like I like that. I like it. I'm a narcissist. right? I'm evil. I like all that shit. I like to watch it. I like to watch a nigga squirm. I like my man send me a receipt. Yo, look at this stupid nigga right here. Look at him. You want no problems? Look at this person. They want no smoke. I just like it. Right, wrong, or indifferent, I like it. So it's something I'm willing to deal with, but it's not really a big deal. We focusing on a bigger picture. 2025 is coming up. A lot of changes is happening, and that's what I'm focusing on. But I do want to acknowledge and salute you for giving me that love, and you know, we're working on improv now. So thank you. Yo, J1, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's good,
What's
everybody? Yo,
good?
Flip,
What's good,
I
Jay?
just want to give you your flowers as a person who grew to know you since being on the pod, and how my opinions on from a fan's perspective of me thinking you didn't fit the pod. You do your thing, bro. I was there in the background. Y'all all held it down without Joe being there. You did it smooth, bro. What I come to realize is a lot of these niggas, bro, think they can do what we all up there doing because they sit in these spaces and they really can't. And they just going, this is
That's
how
not
they,
true.
instead of them attempting or creating their own pods, this is how they make their content, bro. But you got it, bro. You did your thing. You held it down. Fuck these niggas, bro.
Yo,
That's
hey, yo,
it.
J1, let me say this though, and I appreciate that, right? Like, cause I appreciate, especially coming from you. You know, I watch how me and you built into a friendship that you know that we're still building on, and I watched the respect, and I watched the different view that you gave yourself room enough to watch me grow. Like you gave yourself room to just pay attention and be less judgmental, and I appreciate that. So I gotta suck. I watch that shit. People don't know I watch that shit in real time. I watch how you first came, how your looks was like, and I watch how you just now sit back and try to understand while being there and understand the pressure. So that means a lot coming from you. You know, I appreciate you as well, bro. Like I think that you're great. A lot. You know, I sat there and I watched you read a book while we were potting, which made me go buy a book. I ain't gonna like this nigga reading a book. Who the fuck this nigga young nigga think he is? Let me go get. You know what I'm saying? So
that nigga had a mark. That nigga had a marker too,
yeah,
was taking notes and
yeah, he
shit.
had a mark.
Yeah,
He
smart
had
ass nigga.
he had $1. Yo, I'm so observative. He had $1
As a
saving
bookmark.
as a bookmark. Yeah.
In fact, you
So
gotta pay yourself when you finish reading.
Yo, I thought that was great, man. I was thoroughly impressed, and I'm thoroughly impressed by your knowledge, even when it comes to hip hop. When I watch, you know, when I see your name pop up, I sit down and I watch it, and I'm just impressed, man. And I learned as well. I learned from you. You know, it's just what my poison is, man. Like, you know, I'm not really a hip hop guy. I'm just a guy that's in media and just try to adjust to anything that's thrown at me. That's really what I thrive in. I thrive on being a chameleon and trying to adjust in everything and using real life experiences to comment on things. You guys show me and Joe showed me that being research is important in this game. And that's one thing I learned even watching you, because you come up there and you like bow, 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 bow. You know things. I'm like, damn, I'm like, damn, this nigga's going. And I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just my nigga. I appreciate it. You inspire me. I appreciate you acknowledging that. And you know, I mute up. Salute, bro.
Yo,
No, yeah, salute.
Furious.
You too. You held it down too, man. They tried to flip our argument. I ain't. You feel me? They've been attacking me all day, bro. It's so good.
Listen. Bro, I don't at this point, bro. I don't even care to like. I just want to pod. Like I just want to pod. I just want to get better at this shit. Like I can't even get attached to it because I have to be willing to accept that there's gonna be moments where, and it might be a lot of moments where I just don't be knowing what the fuck I'm talking
But wait,
about.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But here's my I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me because I have to go in a little bit. I'm sorry. E. Here's my thing though. These people don't understand. There's a lot of pressure up there being on the #1 podcast in hip hop in the hip hop space. Like I'm not gonna deny the pressure
That is a fact.
of to deliver. Like these people keep saying, "Oh, it's easy." It's not easy. The nigga Joe Budden set the bar high, bro. To even be mentioned in the same sentence as him is an honor. Like all them niggas that this Joe wants to be up there, everybody, all his competition that came up there was recording his setup. I watched them. So how they can improve on what they do, I saw them. So what I'm saying is that it's a lot of pressure, and I speak passionately about it because the niggas set the fucking bar high. Yeah, we all got egos, so we don't like when he says this or we don't like when he says that. But at the end of the day, it's facts. Because when you go back and listen to it, it's like, okay, I see what he's saying. Sometimes you think a nigga being a dick, but it's just how he convey his messages. He don't mean to be that way. It's just how I do it. So once you get past that, once you get past you understand what he's saying. So people gotta understand there's a lot of pressure being up there, and we just gotta we all adjusted, and we have adjusted well. We're not gonna have all good days. And some days you come in there, it's like, all right, what the fuck we gonna do? How we gonna do it? And niggas
Well,
got
Flip,
real life shit
Flip. Let
going.
me just say,
My fault.
which
Go
is
ahead.
which is
I just had to
which,
get that off.
which is why I don't really get concerned at this point any longer with having to be concerned about comment. Furious, I'm gonna let you go right after this too. My bad. I don't really get too concerned about any of the comments, and I still want to be aware just because I feel like it's just research for me. But I don't feel the pressure of that. Because the person who hired me is the person that I feel is giving me the tutelage to go ahead and get better. And at any moment he feel like I'm not getting better, I know he will come and tell me. Like, as much as people joke, nobody up there is a friend hire. Like, I get the joke. Like, all right, yeah, niggas is friends and niggas only got a job because no, like Joe 100% will fire niggas if you feel like niggas ain't pulling they weight. Like, and he will figure out a next play. Like, so